Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Fallout video on the channel. Today it's not focused on Fallout 76 though, and instead focused on the Fallout TV show. A lot of people were saying that they'd like to hear my opinions on it, and now I have just finished watching it a few days late just due to work and just life commitments in general. But my god, I've got to be honest guys, I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was brilliant. There was so many cool things about it, so many links to the old games which I just thought was phenomenal, and it even turned my head against one faction which we'll get onto in a minute. But my god, what a great show that was, and what a great job that Amazon and everyone at Bethesda did at actually making that. Like, I'm not just looking up to it, you know, by like I normally am so very honest and critical on things, but this time around I've got to be honest, there is not too many bad points about it. I do have a few which I'll get into towards the end, but overall it was such a solid TV show, and I'm really looking forward to the next season coming out whenever that may be. Now, just a little warning before I dive into anything, I may kind of cough up a little bit of spoilers or something during the video, so please just bear with me in that, and don't watch all of it, or come back to it once you've finished watching the full series, otherwise I might spoil something for you. Anyways, with all that being said, let's dive in. I hope you enjoy. Hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and yeah, let's have a look at it then. Alright, so first things first, I've got to say the cinematics, the camera modes and everything like that was in the actual show itself was absolutely just brilliant. I thought it was great the fact that they kind of used camera I don't know what the proper like words and everything for this is, but the kind of like camera mode where it made it look like VATS was being used. I thought that was so cool watching it. I watched all the series with my girlfriend, and I was watching it going like, oh my god, they've actually copied this off the game, and I was explaining it to her how it was in the game and stuff like that. And it was so cool to watch. There was also, like I said, so many links to the game, and kind of a lot of things where you look at and kind of think, like when we seen Philly, I was thinking to myself, oh, this is a little bit like Diamond City / Megaton in a way. It has like little similarities and stuff in certain areas. But the fact that they also added in new things as well, which I don't think I've heard of in any of the games that I've played at least. I haven't played the early games, but I have obviously played Fallout 4, Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 3, Fallout 76, all of them. And do you know that the Serum D, I think it was called, the Vault-Tec Serum D, which was actually cyanide? I've never heard of that in any of the other games or anything, but I thought that was an interesting little take in addition to the series. Of course, there was the usual things that were mentioned, Stimpaks, Rad-X's, all the other bits and bobs, and you're seeing the like cool little signs dotted around as well, and the little like link to the Russians as well, with the Russian satellite in episode like 2, I think it was. But there was so many just awesome things where you were looking at it, and it was like Sunset Sarsaparilla was in there, I think at some point. You also had Nuka-Cola everywhere. You had lots of the brands which we know from the games appearing in there, and the actual scenery in the like series and stuff as well, I thought was brilliant. So absolutely hats off to the people that were designing the sets and filming the locations for it, because I thought it was brilliant. Now, Easter eggs wise, there was a few, and I think I might cover a couple in like the shorts or something on the channel maybe. Maybe I'll do like a video on some stuff that you may have missed or something like that. We'll wait and see. But overall, just brilliant stuff. The actors as well, when I first seen the trailer and stuff, I was really concerned about the actual actor choice with the main character, the female, and I've seen like obviously the trailer and stuff, and I was really worried about the TV show for a bit, where I was thinking, is this going to be a little bit corny? Is it going to be a bit cheesy? And I've got to be honest, there was a couple of little bits where they were a little bit cheesy. The bit where he's like, my gosh, you are one wet woman. I thought that was a bit daft, but then it was funny afterwards when it all happened. If you've seen that bit, then you'll know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I was worried when I seen the trailer of it being too cheesy or corny, but after watching it all, I don't think it was. I think it worked really well and fit in with the theme of the game and stuff, and did have some good humour throughout the entire different episodes and stuff. So overall, really good stuff. Like I kind of briefly mentioned as well, the CGI was brilliant, like on the sets and stuff, but also the actual characters, the ghouls and stuff in there, the creatures as well. We've seen the Yaogwai, we also seen some rad roaches and stuff, and the Gulpers as well. The Gulpers had a pretty cool look to them as well, which was pretty interesting to see. Now that's most of the bad points that I can think of as of the moment. No doubt I'll probably come up with some later on where I'll discuss them in other videos and stuff, but as of the bad points, I've got to be honest, there was a couple, not a lot though. I thought the bag that for some reason the squires were carrying around, I really did not understand the whole point of that. I don't know if it was just put in for like some comical value or what, but I just thought it kind of looked a little bit stupid, the size of the bag that they were carrying around. Like, I just didn't get it. I guess it could kind of fit if you were wearing it as a kind of backpack thing while you were wearing power armor, but the fact the squires had to run around with these things, I just didn't think it kind of looked right. I thought that was a bit weird. There was a scene where, do you know the bit where she had to chop his head off, and all of a sudden this bag just appeared? I don't remember actually seeing him carrying this bag with the Ripper in, but all of a sudden it just appeared all of a sudden right when he was sat on the floor. Thought that was weird. But my really big kind of negatives about it was 100% the worst bit of the entire season was gonna have to be the Enclave. So basically the whole theme is this Enclave scientist right at the start escapes, and then you just like don't see anything of the Enclave. There's a bounty put out to find him, but you don't see this guy whatsoever. Like, sorry, not that guy, sorry, you don't see the Enclave whatsoever. Like, you would have thought there'd be search parties out for him, there'd be something, but there just wasn't. All there was a bounty on his head with different random groups trying to find him and stuff like that. But I was really disappointed at the lack of Enclave involvement. Like, it was very, very strange. Of course, Brotherhood played a huge role in this, which I'll get to in a moment. But I just really feel like the Enclave should have had a lot more involvement, given the fact one of the main parts of the story of the season had the Enclave involved, and you just didn't see them. Now, another really big question I have, which I don't know if I've missed something, and maybe I have, I don't know, please let me know in the comments, but Moldova, what on earth, right? How did she survive 200 years? Obviously, she's not a ghoul, and obviously all the people that were involved in Vault-Tec got frozen in the cryopads and stuff. But how did she survive? Was she part of Vault-Tec and I've just missed it? But even so, then when did she leave the vault and stuff? I really don't know. I don't understand how she lasted so long. Please explain that one to me in the comments, because I don't know. Now, going back to the Brotherhood to kind of finish on, because I don't want this video going on for too long. It's very late where I am. It's like nearly 1 o'clock in the morning when I'm trying to make this video. But the Brotherhood, I have always been quite a big supporter of the Brotherhood. I've always enjoyed them just because there's such a big kind of role in all of the Fallout games, and stereotypically I come from playing Fallout 3, that was the first one I ever played, where the Brotherhood were this huge kind of part of that game, and I always just loved them from that point, seeing them on the cover of the game and everything like that. But after watching this, getting towards the end of the season, especially the last episode where they just come and rip apart the NCR, because the NCR have the little cold fusion thing, and it just made me really kind of start hating the Brotherhood. I know a lot of people really don't like the Brotherhood, but this part in particular just really annoyed me, and I thought, what on earth? Like, the NCR realistically, Moldova and that just really want, I know I keep mispronouncing her name, but she just really wants to rebuild the wasteland and create something that they really had going strong with Shady Sands, and I just don't understand. Like, the NCR had such an amazing thing going with 30-odd thousand people living in a city. Like, that is unbelievable. And they wanted to continue that after bloody Vault-Tec being criminals and stuff like that. But I just don't understand. Like, it really annoyed me. But yeah, anyways, let me know what you thought about the Brotherhood in this series down in the comments. And of course, the big one. As far as I'm aware, all the videos I've seen, there's always been conspiracies about who set off the first bomb and stuff. And this TV series kind of dropped a bomb, pardon the pun, of who actually dropped the first bomb. And it was Vault-Tec, according to this, by the looks of it. Anyways, that's how the TV show to me made it look like. Like, she made it quite clear in the kind of conference meeting they were having that Vault-Tec would start the war to kind of force the need for having the shelters and everything like that. And yeah, it was a big one watching that bit for me. I thought that was a pretty huge announcement, but yeah, that was definitely something crazy. The end, of course, as well, that was a pretty mad one where you see him walking towards what I believe is New Vegas. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm fairly certain that looks exactly like New Vegas, and yeah, that was a pretty mad one. But that was another thing, like, what's Vault-Tec got to do with New Vegas, unless I'm missing something or the timelines add up differently? Like, I need to get involved in the lore a bit more, because to me that just seems mad, because obviously Mr. House is there, and I don't know what the years add up to, but I need to start looking into the lore of this and figure out what on earth's going on, and then start making some more videos on this. But yeah, that's my overall take. For me, I would definitely recommend this 10 out of 10. Probably not 10 out of 10, that's a bit exaggeration, but maybe a strong 8 or 9 out of 10, I would say. I really enjoyed it, and if you're a Fallout fan, like especially if you're a Fallout fan of the games, then you're going to love the show, so definitely watch it. Hopefully I didn't spoil it too much. I might have, I don't know. But anyways, that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed the review. If you did, hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.